You have been lied to about your dog's heart. For years, you've been told that saying, "I love you" in a high-pitched voice or offering a handful of processed treats is the ultimate way to connect with your best friend. But while your dog appreciates the snack, your words are often just white noise in a world they perceive through scent, energy, and micro gestures. You are trying to speak a digital language to an analog soul. Your dog is a biological masterpiece, a direct descendant of apex predators, and their brain is hardwired to look for specific, ancient signals of trust and belonging. If you don't know how to send those signals, you are essentially living with a roommate who speaks a different dialect. But today, that changes. We are going deep into the limbic system to reveal 3 tactical ways to say, "I love you" in a language your dog is biologically incapable of misunderstanding. This isn't about passive observation. This is about you taking action to hack their neurological reward system. In fact, in just a moment, I will show you exactly how to use the tactical lean to instantly trigger their love hormones. But first, we must understand the invisible wall between you. Humans are verbal. We use complex syntax to express emotion. Dogs, however, operate through the limbic system, the part of the brain responsible for emotions and survival instincts. Because their survival once depended on reading the subtle shifts in a pack leader's posture, they are experts at detecting your heart rate, your cortisol levels, and even the dilation of your pupils. Therefore, when you stand over them and shout, "I love you," they might feel your excitement, but they don't feel the deep, grounding safety of love. But suddenly, when you shift your physical frequency to match theirs, the communication barrier dissolves. The first tactical maneuver is the oxytocin gaze. In the human world, a direct stare is a sign of attention. In the wild canine world, a prolonged, unblinking stare is a declaration of war. It is a threat. It is the moment before a strike. Many owners make the mistake of staring intensely at their dogs to show affection, unknowingly putting their pets in a state of low-level neurological stress. To hack this, you must use the slow blink. Science has proven that when a dog and a human share a soft, relaxed gaze, both experience a massive spike in oxytocin, the cuddle hormone. But the key is in the micro gesture. You must wait for your dog to look at you, then slowly, deliberately lower your eyelids. Hold them closed for a second and slowly open them while looking slightly away. By doing this, you are telling their limbic system that you are vulnerable with them. You are saying, "I trust you enough to close my eyes in your presence." Therefore, their brain responds by dropping its guard. It's a biological handshake that says, "You are my family and you are safe." But remember, this only works if your facial muscles are relaxed. If you are tense, the signal is corrupted. As we move deeper into the pack dynamics, we encounter the second way to say, "I love you," the tactical lean. Have you ever noticed your dog coming up to you and simply leaning their weight against your leg? Most people think the dog is just being lazy or itchy. They couldn't be more wrong. In the ancestral language of the pack, physical contact while resting is the ultimate sign of security. But here is where most owners fail to reciprocate. When a dog leans on us, we usually reach down and start frantically scratching their head. This changes the energy from shared peace to active stimulation. To truly say, "I love you" back, you must replicate the lean. When your dog presses against you, don't move. Instead, subtly shift your weight back toward them. Don't pet them. Don't speak. Just exist in that shared physical space. This mimicry tells the dog that you are a stable anchor. Because you are reciprocating their specific physical pressure, you are validating their search for safety. It tells them that you are not just a source of food, but a source of structural integrity for their soul. But be careful. If you lean too hard or too suddenly, you trigger their balance reflex, which causes a minor spike in adrenaline. It must be a gentle, weighted presence. This brings us to the most advanced and least understood method of all: micro-mouth mimicry. Dogs are obsessive observers of the human face, particularly the mouth. When a dog is happy and relaxed, their mouth is slightly open, their tongue might be visible, and their facial muscles are loose. When they are stressed, their lips are tight and pulled back. To hack their system, you must use the calming signal of the yawn and the lip lick. In the canine world, a yawn isn't just about being tired. It's a tactical tool used to de-escalate tension. If you see your dog looking slightly anxious or even just very focused on you, performing a slow, exaggerated yawn sends a direct message to their brain. Everything is fine. There is no threat. We are at peace. Furthermore, a subtle lick of your own lips while looking at them mimics the way a mother dog grooms her pups, or the way pack members show social submission and affection. By replicating these micro-gestures, you are bypassing the auditory cortex and speaking directly to the primal brain. You are no longer just a human making weird noises. You are a pack member who understands the sacred code of silence. But why does this matter so much? Because a dog that feels understood is a dog that is easier to train, less likely to have anxiety, and more deeply bonded to you. Most behavioral issues, barking, chewing, aggression, stem from a lack of clear communication. The dog is trying to speak, and the human isn't listening. Therefore, the dog becomes frustrated. But once you implement these 3 tactics, the frustration vanishes. You start to see a change in their eyes. They become more attentive, not out of fear or the hope for a treat, but out of a genuine desire to be near you. You are fulfilling a biological need that words can never touch. Think about the causality of your relationship. You provide the food, therefore the dog follows you. You provide the shelter, therefore the dog stays. But when you provide the biological language of love, the dog chooses you. That choice is the difference between a pet and a partner. But suddenly, you might realize that you've been doing the opposite your whole life. You've been hugging them tightly, which many dogs actually find claustrophobic. Or you've been kissing them on the top of the head, which can be interpreted as an overbearing display of dominance. By switching to the oxytocin gaze, the tactical lean, and micro-mimicry, you are finally giving them what they've been asking for since they were a wolf cub in the forest. The beauty of this system is that it requires no equipment, no money, and no special training. It only requires your presence and your intentionality. Next time you are sitting on the couch with your dog, don't reach for your phone. Reach for their soul. Use the slow blink. Feel their weight against your leg and lean back. Show them through your own physical calmness that you are the leader they can trust and the friend they can adore. This is how you win the game of canine communication. This is how you say, "I love you," in a way that echoes through their DNA. By mastering these 3 maneuvers, you are doing more than just being a good owner. You are becoming a master of animal psychology. You are hacking the very blueprint of nature to create a bond that is unbreakable. Because at the end of the day, your dog doesn't want a master who speaks English. They want a companion who speaks dog. Now, go into the living room, find your best friend, and have your first real conversation.